Assalam alaikum Shabbat! I want you to be loud. I want you to be proud. It's time to be brave. Are you ready? In 2016, a vision revolutionized mixed martial arts in the Middle East. It all started with the evolution of MMA in a small island in the Middle East. The magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain, a land of ancient glory and bravery, thriving under great leaders and visionaries. The country is now home to the largest MMA promotion in the region, Brave Combat Federation. And the kingdom became the first ever country outside of the United States that featured the IMF World Championships. His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa and his true warrior spirit envisioned the growth of MMA in the region. He believed in the glory of the sport of mixed martial arts and facilitated the best MMA facility in the land. Along with brave President the Hawk, Mohammed Shahid, in the shortest span of time we grew stronger. We grew bigger. This is the story of the fastest growing MMA promotion in the world. This is the story of Brave Combat Federation.
I've just been sharpening my tools and I'm gonna be ready on Friday.
I think he is a phenomenal fighter, but I don't think he stands a chance against me, but we'll see on fight day.
If he wants to stand, he can stand. If he wants to take to the ground, I'm prepared for that.
There's no message to my opponent. Only a fight in the cage.
Em cima, muito volume, pouca contundência. Vou pegar ele em pé, se botar para baixo, eu vou finalizar ele.
If I think of right now any pressure that I have because of me representing the whole nation,
I don't want to talk too much about the future in the fight. Whatever it's happened, but I'm confident in my skill and my team that we will bring the win, inshallah.
I will surprise him in his game, you will see also.
It was a good camp. We focused on the cardio to fight 5 rounds. So it was it, to be prepared for 5 rounds.
حضر حالة كثير منيح، أنا جهزت لهذا الفايت، راح أقاتلك بأرضي وجمهوري. أنا موجود هون عشان أسبب لك أول خسارة.
Combat Federation 23. This is Noel O'Keefe, and I am joined by Phil Campbell and Keurig Jennings. Gentlemen, our first fight of the evening sees Muhammad Ali, who is in the red and white brave trunks, taking on the hometown favorite, Hassan Talal, who is wearing the black and gray trunks, a touch of gloves, and we're underway on this historic card.
No, I can just about hear you because this is an absolute cauldron of noise. These two fighters are the first fighters on the card. Oh, big overhand thrown by Hassan Talal.
Wow, wasted no time, sat down on that right hand instantly. And again, the hometown fighter, the atmosphere here is electric. The first bout before a punch was thrown, this arena was full with the crowd chanting and singing, almost like being at a soccer game. The Jordanians are getting behind their fighters. You can expect every shot thrown and kick landed to be roared on here, Keurig.
Both these gentlemen are undefeated. Somebody's O is going to go in the next few minutes.
Hassan's out on a single leg here. He may switch levels.
It's Ali. Dug for that underhook and looked for the trip himself. Wasn't there. Talal, it'll be interesting to see. He's 2 years away from the cage, so adrenaline here and with the crowd behind him as well. It'll be interesting to see how his emotions play here, Phil.
See, I think Muhammad Ali's doing the correct thing in this situation. He's initiated the clinch because Hassan Talal, yes, he's been away from the game since 2016, but his win in 2016 was voted the Arab MMA Knockout of the Year. So Muhammad Ali is obviously respectful of the striking game of Hassan Talal.
A nice elbow just off the break that time with Talal. He's constantly working here, he's giving different looks, and Ali just trying to push forward.
Talal's really starting to take the pop out of the lead leg. You can already see the bruising starting on the inside leg. I think this could be the game plan.
Doing well just to get his head off center line, and as you said it, Phil, he goes back to that kick again, just misses with a wild left hook. But he's really set into his pattern already, while it looks like Ali just hasn't settled into the fight just as yet. Waiting for his moment, but that was another big body kick, Keurig.
Kill that body, the head will die, and that's what we're seeing right before our eyes.
You can almost see Ali maybe making a mistake by standing in front of Talal. He's maybe settling into it a little bit more, maybe trying to find his rhythm, but he's a stationary target.
Ali's the older fighter at 38. As fighters age, they tend to warm up a little bit slower and can't last as long.
Up the knee almost, probably was more sore for the thrower of the kick in Ali that time. You got to say, Talal, considering the noise and goes fancy nobody at home, Ali shakes his head to it. But he's settled into it. The emotions haven't taken over where he was rushing, Phil. Both fighters seem to have really settled into the tempo of the fight. Catches the kick and throws big right hands. Gets Ali up against the cage.
And here we have the over-under position, one of the most grueling positions in the history of mixed martial arts. But I like what Muhammad Ali's doing with the head pressure. He's getting his head just underneath the chin of Hassan Talal to use that as a mechanism to control. You can see he's pulling down hard with that whizzer overhook, maybe as a snap down to circle off.
Hassan Talal is pulling ahead with his striking. I'd like to see him disengage here, get off the fence, go back to doing what he does best.
On the first break earlier in the round, he tried to separate with an elbow. Let's see, is that the option if he does go for that separation you're calling for, Keurig? Again, this is leaning his weight and trying to allow Ali to tire out his arms in defensive. Looking for a guillotine potentially there. Nice knee goes high as well. He's shown different looks constantly here to Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, just as you said, Noah, I really like the diversity of strikes that we're seeing from Hassan Talal. He's using his grappling to open up little pockets of space and to throw the strikes necessary. Very intelligent mixed martial arts from Hassan Talal.
And as you've seen it, even the little threat of the trip on the outside, and that's more so just to set up, allow him to, again, just to keep Ali constantly ticking, constantly worrying about what's going to come next. But so far, you got to say, Ali has done well to keep it where and not get taken down, fighting for underhooks.
Muhammad Ali standing a little bit too square for me. I'd like to see him split that base a little more.
Went down low for a single, but abandoned it when he seen it wasn't there. There's that knee again. expect a separation in the combination maybe off this.
Again, just finding those little pockets of space now.
Ali just landed little short, sharp shots on the inside as well, just trying to keep Talal.
Thought about the outside trip. He's got double underhooks in. If he could score a takedown and leave a real exclamation point in this fight with 10 seconds to go.
That's the end of the first round, and both fighters embrace pride and honor and respect. And even Ali says, "You're going back to my corner." But it'd be interesting to see in the corner, maybe throwing a little heavy walking back to his corner there was the same Talal. Interesting to see what that first round has taken out here. 2 years away from the game. So how is he going to feel and go back to his corner?
I think he's feeling very, very confident. So you can tell who won that round simply by looking at their face. Muhammad Ali is sitting there, he's listening, he's focused, but he knows he did not win that round. If you look at Hassan Talal's face, it tells you win.
Now we can see the game from Hassan Talal. He caught the kick in with the overhand and then transitioned beautifully into the grappling realm. And this fight, he's chaining his attacks together well. He's going from the striking to the grappling, from the grappling to this again. I really like the way he's blending everything together. I think he can take the start moving into the second round. I really see him taking it next week. I'm going to be a steady in this fight.
And the chance go up around the arena here in Amman, Jordan. The second round about to get underway, and it's interesting to see here what adjustments Muhammad Ali will make coming into the second round. It seems to be fought at Hassan's pace more so. What will he need to do to change that?
I would say that the decider here is going to be whether Hassan Talal becomes too confident. Muhammad Ali is a man who can hurt you from anywhere. If Hassan gets too confident by that first round, wasn't a 10-8, but it was definitely a strong 10-9. You could see his hands come down. You could see him distance managed less well, and that, I think, is the opportunity for Muhammad Ali to win this.
I think Muhammad Ali needs to be more aggressive, as we're seeing here. He can't be a sitting duck. He cannot be a stationary target for those heavy leg kicks from Hassan Talal.
He needs to be careful coming forward there as well. He was chasing his opponent with the chin high, so you can't chase, you have to cut off. So he just needs to be careful of that counter coming and that forward push. And here's the right hand, we got one! Followed by a right hook as well. And Hassan Talal is staying calm and being selective with his shots. That right hand lands again! He's wobbled up! Jordan has lifted off the opening fight here on Break 23. Hassan Talal by knockout.
That was absolutely devastating. As we said, Muhammad Ali got a little bit careless coming forward. And then summoning insurmountable fire. Let's see that again.
It's the big right hand. Philly went backward on a few occasions. He
Ahmed Amir is kitted out in black and red, Green Hill apparel, my opinion, the finest apparel in mixed martial arts.
Sam Patterson is in the black shorts, and as you said, Keurig Amir is in the black and red Brave shorts. Straight off the bat, Phil, you can see that the height of Sam Patterson, 6'4" for a lightweight, is incredibly large, but you can't be tall when you're on the mat, and Amir gets it to the ground straight away.
Amir himself incredibly dangerous on the ground, has 6 wins by submission, but Sam Patterson looks like he was trying to work a ninja choke, or perhaps trying to set up a Darce. He could be going for the ninja choke. Oh, that looks deep.
That does look deep, and Amir may not have realized it and didn't maybe feel threatened. He's now fighting hands, trying to break that grip, but Sam Patterson from the bottom, he's going to try and roll with it as well by the looks of it, Phil, but Amir gets out of it. And Martyr, I think Patterson abandoned it. He realized he didn't have it. But that will basically tell the butcher, you need to watch what you're doing on the ground here. I will go for your neck.
Ahmed Amir landing big shots from the back there, but what a takedown, high amplitude takedown from the butcher right there.
Patterson just trying to scoot his hips and get back to the cage, try and use that to cage walk and get this fight back to its feet. But so far, over a minute into the first round, and it's all Ahmed Amir. So into side control here as well now, Keurig, and this is dangerous for Patterson on the bottom.
Height is generally an advantage while standing and not an advantage on the ground. Tall fighters characteristically have less core strength, and you're seeing it right in front of us.
Ahmed Amir looks like he's possibly thinking about a head-on triangle. If he can just shut that arm over, but no, oh, the butcher carving Sam Patterson up with elbows.
Patterson uses that beautifully, a butterfly to reverse the position, and he's looking for that neck again, potentially, Phil.
Yeah, you can see that he's trying to slide. He may be looking for a Darce here. You see him sliding that arm up. If he can connect the hand that's underneath the armpit to the bicep and perhaps roll on that and hook a leg, he may have a Darce.
Wide sprawl. He's fishing the arm under.
He's trying to go cross grip on it. I'd like to see him land some knees from this position.
Turns the corner and tries to change level. Strong underhook though by Patterson. Stops that attempt.
How relentless is Ahmed Amir with his wrestling? Of course, unbelievable wrestling pedigree. He's a national champion himself.
And this is exhausting so far for Patterson. It's all been defensive work. And that takes its toll, but equally as well for Amir, the constant takedowns and going in for a single again. It's exhausting when you don't get them. He does on this occasion.
Sam Patterson looking to get in on a Kimura. The great thing with that grip is you may not necessarily get the Kimura, but you can use it as a means of transitioning. It's so versatile.
And that's what he's doing. Potentially the back here as well. He's working his way around that left arm of Amir, doing very well to stop that, and goes in on a takedown again. Patterson's got the neck once again. Ahmed Amir really, he needs to watch this neck. That looks tight again, Phil.
Oh, has he hooked the leg? Oh, that looks super tight. But what strength and will from Ahmed Amir to get back to his knees.
Now it's Amir. This is really Scramble City at the moment, Keurig, and it's Amir who's now on the back control of Sam Patterson. Maybe looking to land some dirty shots, underhooks underneath.
Some people say wrestling isn't the most exciting part of the sport. Those some people have never watched Ahmed Amir fight.
Ahmed Amir has both hooks in, maybe looking to soften Sam Patterson up with strikes, but this is a real pick-your-poison position for Sam Patterson. If you stay in this position, you potentially give up the neck, as he's just done.
Amir needs to be, he goes for that body lock as well to stop Patterson from turning into him.
Patterson's doing the right thing, trying to go 2-on-1 on the arm and maybe baseball bat swing.
I think Patterson will look back earlier in the round when he had that moment to disengage, but he decided to stay and grapple with Amir.
That's a real suffocating body lock.
Tries to turn, and he's rightly turning into the side that the body lock is on to try and put weight on that ankle.
Can Sam Patterson survive for 40 seconds left in this first round? But Amir, he's fighting the hands and he's finding a way just to slip that arm underneath each time.
Amir is staying calm as well. He's not panicked or rushed looking for this submission. He's doing all the right things and allowing the submission to come to him. Maybe make Patterson make a mistake and exploit that error, but So far, so good for Patterson in the terms of defense.
That choke is getting closer.
Oh, he's going palm-to-palm grip. Patterson again fighting the hands. 10 seconds left to survive.
Patterson looks like he's going to get out of the first round here. He's done well defensively, but he won't be happy with how that first round went. He spent a lot of it defensive work. He stands up right in his corner. Take advantage of that size, while Amir will look to do more of the same. I'm sure that's what his corner told him. He also told him, I'd imagine, to protect that neck a little. Interesting to see the tactics of Patterson. Will he get on his bike and try and stay out of range?
And there we see Ahmed Amir straight in with another takedown, in on the single leg. He may look and trip and drag Sam Patterson down to the mat. And this is where Ahmed's been doing his best work now.
Has the legs crossed of Patterson as well. Patterson, although he almost had a couple of go-to submissions, he needs to realise that when the judges watching this, they're seeing it all one way, so he needs to do what he's doing, get back to his feet, looking for that neck again. Again, this grueling style fight.
I'd like to see Sam try and butt scoot out a little more and perhaps try and get to a knee. But Ahmed Amir doing the right thing. He may lift the legs here of Sam Patterson to stop him from having as much purchase when he tries to get up.
Patterson looking for that choke again, Phil.
Oh, that looks... Oh, Ahmed Amir just pops the head out.
And that's going to get a little harder as the fight goes on as well. Both fighters will be sweaty and easier to pop the head out for Amir. Amir will be happy here. Some will say he needs to advance, he needs to do more, but he'll be happy just dragging Sam Patterson into this style fight, the deep waters, and drown him in the deep end.
Nice knee coming up there from Ahmed Amir. But this is real, this kind of style, it's a real investment the further the fight goes. He's wearing on Sam Patterson, he's forcing Sam Patterson to engage in the grappling. He's filling up those muscles with lactic acid, so when he does break, his shots probably won't have that kind of pop on them.
Potential for a big knee up the middle from Amir. Patterson's got to realise he's looking to catch that knee. Timed it well there, but Patterson, he will know his corner. He's right in front of his corner. They will be advising to get away from here. Try and keep it standing, get your separation. But again, Amir chasing that takedown. Patterson done well to retain his balance on this occasion.
Ahmed Amir really trying to work in for those double underhooks, getting his head underneath the head and chin of Sam Patterson, because if you control the head, you control the body.
Referee just warning Amir just to keep his fingers out of the cage, and Patterson has turned Amir, and this is his opportunity maybe to separate, but again, Amir just seems the stronger in these exchanges.
Big thanks to Jordan Tourism Board, one of our official sponsors. Visit Jordan.com.
Nice snap down from Sam Patterson there. We can see him trying to work perhaps for that Darce again.
And again, he's listening to his corner. You can see it on your TV screens. He's looking directly at his head coach, who's giving the instructions of what to do. Amir snaps up a single and uses that to get back up and try and drag it to the mat again.
Transitions to a double. We can see a flare double here.
Patterson, wide base, nasty elbows, but Amir pushes through, changes to a single. Gets the trip on the balancing the leg to get it back to the canvas, and that's got to be frustrating for Sam Patterson.
Sam trying to work again for that choke. This must be something that he works on tirelessly.
He's got to hit this in the gym on a regular occasion. Look again, and this is tight.
That's a high elbow guillotine. He may go for a mounted guillotine. But how tough is Ahmed Amir?
This is why wrestling is the most dominant martial art in mixed martial arts.
Patterson trying to turn into his opponent now and gets to the cage wall again.
Again, Patterson trying to dig in, get a hold of that neck.
Taking a couple of deep breaths. But it's Ahmed Amir who is pushing this high pace of grappling. Patterson, again, like the first round, has had opportunities with the neck. That's a grounded opponent and a knee.
Looked like an illegal knee to me.
Referee was on the opposite side, didn't land clean.
And credit to Sam Patterson for not making more out of that, which he could have done.
Separation and using that long leg to throw a high knee to his opponent. Using the forearm to push him down, expect the high knee again, but potentially Amir to catch him, the leg, and try to get the takedown if he does.
That's crazy, the range he can cover with that knee, guys.
He's literally hitting a 5'9" fighter square in the face with a knee.
Sam Patterson really needs to pull down on that whizzer.
I think the man will be a little tired here. His shots and what he's thrown looks a little laboured. It'll be interesting to see if the grappling has affected Amir coming into the third round if we get there. But this could be Sam Patterson's opportunity at the start of the third round to see how slow the shots come and maybe get his own shots off, implement his own game plan in this one.
Sam Patterson has a tremendous striking game. He's got a tremendous submission game, but it is getting trumped by the wrestling of Ahmed Amir.
His last two wins for Patterson are by way of guillotine choke, so Patterson talking across Amir. Patterson looks eager to get going.
Nice stiff jab to open up from Patterson. He seems a little bit more confident with his range and striking.
Amir does look tired, but goes for the takedown. Big sprawl will be affected by the cage wall here, though.
Again, he's in on that single. May look to trip switch. But Patterson still landing his shots.
Leaning all his mass on Patterson. Again, referee, his gun shield comes out of Amir, and that could be an illustration or a sign of tiredness as well. So it'll be interesting to see Kerrick, his defense, if that neck gets snatched once more. Will he have the energy? He was almost gator rolling out of these chokes.
Ahmed Amir's body is clearly showing signs of extreme fatigue, and when one fighter starts to get tired and the other fighter feels it, it actually adds energy to the winning fighter.
Bloody nose as well on Amir now, and Patterson, he definitely looks wobbly on his legs through tiredness, and this is Sam Patterson's chance. Lands a nice left hand.
Sam Patterson needs to fight a range here and get his back off the cage. I'd like to see him take the center. But there's that uppercut.
Nice lead uppercut, catches him with a 1-2. And Sam Patterson starting to pour it on.
That definitely hurt him though. Lands the front kick to the face.
He needs to move and not stand in front of Amir after he throws a combination, looking for a takedown. Wards that one off easily enough. Sam Patterson, has he got it in the gas tank to push and potentially take this fight? Big spot, looking for the neck again, Phil.
He's gone for the neck. I don't think Ahmed Amir will have the energy to perhaps perhaps get out with as much explosiveness as he did.
Should Patterson be adjusting and not going for this choke, considering Amir has got out of it on so many occasions?
Well, I think Sam Patterson realizes that he's down 2 rounds and needs a finish, so that's why he's going for the submission.
Amir, although he is exhausted, war of attrition pushes through and grabs a hold of a single. Patterson rewarding him with that with some sharp elbows.
Huge respect to Patterson. Every time he's put in a disadvantageous position, he continues to strike. He continues to look for submissions, and you see it paying off now.
Amir is exhausted here. And Patterson landing heavy shots. There's a big hematoma on the head, I think, there of the forehead of Amir as well from the shots being landed.
If Patterson continues to land big strikes in this fashion,
this could be it, Phil.
It could be 100%.
Referee looking closely.
Sam Patterson sitting inside the half guard. I love to see guys landing ground and pound from the half guard.
That is a big mouse and hematoma above. Referee, stop the fighters for a moment.
Ahmed Amir is bloodied up by the ground and pound being landed here by Sam Patterson.
Sam Patterson knocks the gum shield out as well. This could be it, Phil. You don't see too many finishes from guard, but Sam Patterson landing heavy shots against an exhausted opponent. Referee looking very closely.
And just slides that knee through. He may take the mount here in the half guard position again.
And again, the gum shield out, referee.
Ahmed Amir holding on for dear life right now. Again, Sam Patterson threatens with that choke.
Think posture up and land shots. The referee looking closely. The referee stepping in to put the gum shield. That's almost stopping the momentum of Patterson there.
I'd like to see Patterson turn over those elbows.
Potentially, gentlemen, this could be a 10-8 round, and that is going to really put us to the judges coming if it goes the distance. But we are dealing with an exhausted Ahmed Amir and Sam Patterson. Blood is in the water, and he is hunting.
In this 3rd round, we haven't seen Ahmed Amir offer any kind of offense, Carrick. What does he need to do?
What he needs to do is try and reverse his...
The neck is there! Servant toward across your Carrick. He just sat up and presented the neck like a gift.
Oh, that's a tight squeeze. Ahmed Amir must be close.
He's got it.
Oh, that looks
You can see the
tight.
grimace on his face, but again pops out. Patterson.
How tough is Ahmed Amir?
He may be looking to set up a Kimura here.
Again, just getting the toes out of the cage with Sam Patterson. The finish is nearly there. The gas tank must be running low as well. But the Englishman has given everything he can to pull this victory out of the fire.
Those are hellacious strikes to the body.
And Amir is really hanging on just for a bell. He has nothing to offer, has not offered much in the way of the 3rd round. And again, Sam Patterson looking for that choke. 20 seconds remaining. Can he get it, Phil Campbell?
What does Sam Patterson have left in his arms? Can Ahmed Amir hold on? But this looks super tight. He's done the right thing by rolling to it.
Amir will hear that. There's no way he's going to tap after this war.
What a fight, gentlemen.
What a Brave Combat Federation 23. We are in the featherweight division, making his Brave Combat Federation debut. Steven Gonsalves taking on Ahmed Amir, the undefeated Dagestani. 5 wins, no losses, the perfect 5-0, Phil.
Yeah, we've seen in his last fight against Gabriel Fly Miranda at Brave Combat Federation 18 just what a savvy wrestler he is and how he uses his strikes when he gets into those dominant positions.
So straight away trying to put the pressure on the young Dagestan fighter. That's what he's got to do. He's got to try and pressure him. He's got to be wary of the change of levels and takedown. Of course, coming from Kazakhstan, you can expect this young fighter to be an elite grappler.
What I'm expecting right now is a brutal fight. There is no quit in guts. I do not believe he is the better fighter, but there is no quit in this man.
And here we see that trademark grappling and wrestling from Ahmed Amir. He's relentless. He's like a dog with a bone when it comes to takedowns. And we're going to see him establish position. He's using the arm around the back, almost like a quasi-parterre position. And he's going to land big strikes from here.
Gonsalves is trying to work to retain some sort of better position here. He's a lot of weight of Magomedov coming down on top as well. Expect him to land some shots in his position as well to soften up his opponent. But he's doing the right thing. He's trying to separate his Gonsalves and he's just trying to push the knee shield off, try to create space. Realistically, what does he need to improve the position here, Phil?
I would like to see him hip out a little bit. He's got one butterfly hook. He really needs to try and reclaim guard or go for double butterflies. Maybe hit a switch. But he's just not being given the space by Ahmed Amir right now.
Magomedov in head position as well, and he's almost triangled the right leg of Gonsalves on the bottom just to anchor him in that position.
Just trying to knee slide into mount there, but Gonsalves is able just to reclaim that half guard. He's doing the right thing now by cutting that knee in as a knee shield. He may look to try and reclaim guard.
Trying to stuff that left arm of Magomedov down as well. Maybe looking for the Kimura to use it more so to stand up or sweep. Abandons that. He got hit with a left hand. Right in front of his corner as well is young Ahmed Magomedov. Short elbows on top, and you can just see he's fighting hands, almost trying to control the wrist. The right hand got through that time though, Kirik.
It did indeed. Thus far, Guts, though, has done an incredible job of protecting himself on the bottom. He hasn't taken nearly the amount of punishment that he might have.
As you said, Phil, like a dog with a bone, and he is relentless in that pressure, always looking to improve and make his opponent work off his back.
And at only 22 years old, we're seeing just how calm he is. It's a methodical style and approach. He's not using any unnecessary energy. He's loose. He's just causing little breaks from which to land his strikes. It's a great approach when you're fighting a 6'1" striker.
See, Gonsalves is just trying to isolate a hand and not allow him to land these shots. As you said, Kirik, he's just good defense and not getting shots hit, but he needs to do something. Or is he happy enough to survive and see the end of this first round and get through it with as little damage as he can?
Not at all. This is not a happy fighter we're looking at. He is trying to mount some offense, but he is unable to because he is being wrestle smothered. Brave Nation, we are within touching distance of these fighters, and the noise of these shots landing is impressive.
Again, it's that head position as well, Phil, that is really pushing his opponent's head down and allowing him to control where the fight is taking place and not allow Steven to adjust and better his position.
And we see Ahmed Magomedov, he's happy to sit in the half guard here. He's in a safe position, he's landing his strikes, he's accumulating points in the eyes of the judges, and he's wearing on Steven Gonsalves.
Again, he just has fights earlier you alluded to, Phil. Fighters love this half guard position, allows them to really control their opponent. So when they try to escape like that, you have your full body there, but it could be because I was looking to get out the back, but I'm fully aware.
He shrugs off the creeping leg of Steven Gonsalves there.
But a hugely impressive top game being shown by the KHK man so far. Every time his opponent tries to better his position, it's almost like he has the cheat sheet and he knows the answers and he's one step ahead. Nice shots, and he's doing enough constantly to keep the referee happy that the referee won't threat with a stand-up.
It's going to be interesting to see how Gonzalez comes out for the second round. Does he be tentative? Does he go on the offense? Does he try and load a knee?
But a round like the first round here, it's going to make you think constantly. If I go too aggressive going forward, the takedown is coming, and I'm going to spend the second round on my back all over again. So it almost makes you gun shy to pull that trigger.
And then that gives credence to the wrestler. It gives credence to their striking. So they become more confident because they realise that they've instilled a little bit of a tick in the mind of their opponent.
Talk me through the takedown and the dominant wrestling here, Kieran.
What we're looking at is a body lock. The head is the key here. You can keep your head above your other fighter's head. It's going to be very, very tough for that man to come off the floor, and that's what we saw here. Guts never made it off the floor. Huge respect to him, though, for holding this to what I believe was a 10-9 round. Most fighters on bottom for that long would have sustained a huge amount of damage. It would have been 10-8. I believe we just have a 10-9 round here.
Point on that. You can see in what you called in the first round here, you can see that Guts was avoiding the shots coming down. A couple got through, but for Magomedov, what's his corner telling him here, Phil? To do this more of the same, or will they want them to add and update and throw more shots from him?
I think the only thing he really needs to do is up the intensity when he's in that half-guard position, land the more telling strikes, and I think if that's a game plan, we're going to see the intensity rise with each round.
You won't want to be taken down quickly, so it will be interesting to see the opening exchanges in this second round.
I think Gonzalez needs to be more aware of his angles. He can't fight in that classic Thai style of just forward and back. And you're essentially playing into the game of Ahmed Magomedov, pressing you against the cage, going for that takedown. So I want to see him pivot on the lead foot, create angles from which to throw his strikes.
Here we go. He's trying to close the distance and not getting his offense off. Good body kick there. Shaken off though by Magomedov.
I like what I'm seeing, a little bit more lateral movement from Gonzalez here.
Not staying in front of his opponent, expecting the takedown and avoids it this time. So that's a confidence booster. He tries to come back with strikes of his own. You can really see him hot on his heels and wanting to get out of there anytime Magomedov pushes forward.
Obviously training a Phuket top team, he knows a thing or two about striking.
Starting to work the body as well and using that longer reach. So far he'll be happy Guts at the start of this second round. And shrugs off a second takedown attempt, so confidence could be growing here for the South African.
A much better round for Gonzalez so far.
Now will Gonzalez get too comfortable in his attacks and allow Magomedov to close the distance, which he has. Vitally defends this. The body lock and takedown again. Beautiful work here. Just got the body lock and got the outside trip, taking Gonzalez down again. 1 minute and 10 seconds he stayed on his feet.
What we may see now is a repeat of round one. We may see Guts stay on his back the entire time.
Side control as well, so a better position than he got in the first round, but I think that was through choice more so though, Phil.
I think Gonzalez is trying to creep his elbow in there. He needs to turn on his hip and try and turn in towards Ahmed Magomedov. He's got one knee in. We can see him reclaim guard if he pushes down. But Ahmed Magomedov, wise to it, kept his hips low and heavy.
There might be a stand-up if Ahmed does not start throwing some more heavy shots.
Gonzalez again was just trying to control that wrist, but Magomedov wriggled it free, and again, it's much like a picture copy and paste of the first round. This position right in front of us, right in front of his corner, getting instruction, staying comfortable and anchored in half guard.
Staying comfortable and calm. You see, he's not expending any unnecessary energy like the first round. But I would like to see him up the intensity of his strikes, the volume of his strikes.
He's hitting Gonzalez up against the cage, expect the left hands to come raining down. But although it's a compliment in his defense work, Gonzalez is doing excellent work in not taking punishment from this position.
Gonzalez is actually throwing way more shots from bottom than are being landed from top.
Gonzalez triangles the leg of Ahmed.
It's not too often you see a fighter get a score on the judges' scorecard firing off the bottom. The only one that springs to mind for me will be Bas Rutten over Kevin Randleman back in the day. Magomedov again using that strong anchor position and side control and not landing heavy shots, and it gets credit too. Every time he goes to pepper up, Gonzalez is aware of it and adjusts or turns his head and rolls with the shot, so there's no real heavy damage. Starting to wear it a little though, although some shots, they don't seem to be as devastating as you would like or think, but he's starting to wear it on his face. We did notice as he was in the prep point earlier, Phil, a couple of scar tissue were recently cut on the face of Gonzalez, so maybe it is just them that have opened up.
Well, Gonzalez, he may not even have got those marks, from mixed martial arts. He's an adrenaline junkie. He's a really interesting guy, a graffiti artist, a stuntman, a parkour enthusiast. He's a legitimate adrenaline junkie. So yes, he may be frustrated right now, but I can also tell you that he's loving the experience of being in there.
Graffiti artist, he needs to draw up a game plan here coming into the third round, because so far it's been all the way of the Dagestan man. A very impressive performance, and again we bring it back to 22 years of age. This is a very scary prospect.
He's doing all the right things. He realised that Stephen was implementing his strikes, was starting to find his groove a little bit, and he completely shut that down by forcing him against the cage and implementing a great game plan with the takedown.
All of the way we said 1 minute and 10 seconds we survived on the feet, but as soon as it's got to the ground, Ahmed Magomedov has been dominant in the position, and blood is pouring now. He's wearing a paint of blood across the face and a big right hand thrown, but
oh, he's really opened up.
Oh, plenty of blood. Potentially could be a broken nose. I think I just want to see the cut. The view is just obscured at the moment, but there is plenty of blood, American Psycho style blood all over the cage floor.
With that amount of blood, depending on where the cut is and how much that's obstructing the breathing, the vision, you can see a stoppage based on that alone.
Magomedov is just looking across the cage to see the damage. Looks like it's a block to the right eye of Stephen Gonzalez. Good and glorious, what he's known for, so I hope he aims to win, but he had a success early in the round and loss of balance there. Gonzalez put the pressure on, landed some shots, but we said, will he get comfortable in the stand-up? Will Magomedov take him down? And Keurig sure did.
What we saw was the volume of strikes from Magomedov. That was what was opening up the cuts. Not unlike a DS style. Pop, 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 pop. Constant motion, constant striking. And if I was Ahmed Magomedov, I would be going for those areas right from the get-go.
Looks like the cut potentially is at the bridge of the nose there as well, Phil. You can see it from this angle. You expect that to be the target now. Magomedov will go after that.
The cuts ain't working tirelessly to clean up those cuts.
Actually, the one when it cuts in, top the stem. How long will it last? Expect the kick and six. Gonzalez here. Does he just go for it? Does he throw everything at it and say, if I go out, I'll go out on my short, along my sword?
It's a difficult one to play because if you go in and you throw the kicks and sink at Ahmed Magomedov, you're almost playing into his game plan whereby he anticipates the takedown.
Both fighters just staring each other down while a referee does a little bit of cleaning of the blood on the cage floor. Gonzalez has not taken his eyes or broke eye contact with Magomedov. Expect heat to come in the third round. Touch of gloves again, great sign of respect. He's got to be careful throwing the kicks, throwing the body kicks, because Magomedov will try and sign that, use that to get his takedown. And at the moment, it's Magomedov just on the back foot, allowing Gonzalez to come forward. All the while, the potential changing levels. Look for the takedown. I don't think there's a secret to the game plan?
No, not at all. We're seeing Gonzalez being a little bit more reserved. He's trying to land his jab, pop out, and really try and utilize that reach advantage that he has. But Ahmed Magomedov, as we know, he just only takes a second and he explodes with the takedown.
It's almost like he lets his opponent settle into a routine and changes levels, grabs a single. It's stuffed out momentarily. He's in on a body lock, looking for trips again.
Deja vu for Stephen Gonzalez right here. And I think we're going to see Ahmed Magomedov really target the bridge of the nose and that eye to really open it up.
And this is where the blood is really going to come into effect. It's on the bridge of the nose, so it's going to be rolling into the eye sockets and affecting. It's actually right in front of us, and you can see the eye socket filling with blood. It's going to affect his vision. He's going to not see the shots coming, Kirk, that he has been doing so well to avoid.
I want to address that cut for just a sec. There's no such thing as a good cut, but on the bridge of the nose, there's no such thing as nerve damage. So this is not potentially nearly as injurious as a cut above the eye would be.
Again, anchored position, sitting in half guard, trapping the right leg of Gonzalez. He's going to sit there and do what he done in round 1 and 2. Might up the pace or up the shots. I'm sure the young man will want to finish. He's gone to, has 1 TKO on his record, 2 subs, and been to the judges' scorecards. I'm sure he wants to leave an exclamation here at Brave and get another finish.
Ahmed Magomedov can turn up that intensity a little bit, start chopping in with the elbows and really paint the canvas with Stevie Gonzalez's blood.
What we're seeing unfold right here is one of the big strategic questions in mixed martial arts. Do you continue doing what has won you each round, or do you try and turn it up and finish the fight? I think we're going to see 3 rounds, 30-27.
It is interesting because you see some fighters, they know they're winning, they're happy to ride the round out, but we're not saying Magomedov is riding the round out here. He's landing shots, he's doing damage, he's in a dominant position, but should he have to go for the finish? He's on his way to victory here. Why should he risk potentially losing a dominant position to finish his opponent?
No, I think it speaks to his maturity as a mixed martial artist that he obviously has a game plan. He's worked with his coaches to implement the game plan. He's implemented that game plan beautifully. So why deviate from that if it's a winning formula?
Sal's just looking for a Kimura, but again, Magomedov aware of it, put his hand under his own legs to block the extension of the grip.
Just sits down on that knee of Stevie Gonzalez.
You got Stevie Gonzalez, he is pouring. Somebody's got to have to give him a pint of Guinness after this to get the iron back in the system, because he is pouring blood, but he is not giving up on this fight. He's still trying his best, although how difficult it is. He's still, believe you me, he is knee shield in. He is trying his best to get this back to his feet and land the home run, pull this fight out of the fire.
And returning to our discussion about whether you should turn it up, the answer to the question is fan friendliness.
Yes.
If you want to fight in a way that's friendly to fans, you have to turn it up a little bit more than we're seeing right now.
It's all the way of Ahmed Magomedov again in the 3rd round. He just lulls his opponents into comfort, changes level, and gets it down to where he wants to play. And you can really see the cage floor is covered in the blood of Stephen Gonzalez.
Gentlemen, this is one of the bloodiest fights I've ever seen.
It's up there with Jim Miller, Joe Lozon for sure, but there's only one man bleeding. Good short left hand by Magomedov, and it's just always doing enough just to make the referee satisfied in the position. And again, you can see Gonzalez looking to try and sit up, but because of the position he's in, Phil, anchors him down. The blood could slide here. Their positions could momentarily change with the blood.
Ahmed Magomedov just sticking to the game plan methodically, doing everything he needs to do, controlling the position, landing his strikes. Surely en route to a unanimous decision victory.
Gonzalez just trying to throw a couple of shots. He gets it back to almost full guard, and he's just throwing elbows and everything from the bottom. A mask of blood. Will we go to 3 rounds? We're going to go to your judges' scorecards. But you have to say, Ahmed Magomedov, an ultra impressive wrestling display of dominance against a very talented South African fighter. Looks like he's going to hand Gonzalez only the 2nd defeat of his career, but impressive impressive nonetheless. So let's take a look. We could be looking at round 1, 2, or 3 here, because all the rounds went the one way, Phil.
Yeah, it was a real blood and guts kind of fight. You see Ahmed Amir just using his expert level wrestling. This is a young man who's been wrestling essentially since birth. He came out wrestling, and we've seen him implement that style that the Dagestani fighters are renowned for, and a beautiful display of wrestling for mixed martial arts.
Okay, it's just being cleaned up, and the guys will be on overtime tonight if the fight keeps going this way. Very funny Brave Combat Federation cage. Our MC, Carlos Kramer, is just getting the decision from the judges. I don't think there'll be any surprises in this one. But again, Kieran, bringing it back to what you said about fan-friendly, it's impressive in so many ways, the performance put on by Magomedov, but to get the fans behind you, fans emphasize a little bit more about what you need with fans. It's a dominant display, but fans want to see rock'em sock'em robots, they want to see finishes, they want to see TKOs, they want to see submissions, and in some ways, I suppose to your point, they don't want to see a lay and pray style fight.
Exactly. Combat sports are unique. In any other sport, a win is a win is a win, but in combat sports, it helps a fighter's career to win in an exciting fashion. What do fans want to see? They want to see finishes. If you don't have a finish, you want to see a fighter at least going for a finish. We didn't see that in this fight. I'll tell you what we did see, though. We saw guts. That man well and truly lived up to his name.
Safety is a priority.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Brave Nation, let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you thought about that fight using the hashtag BraveCF23. Join the Brave Nation, join the conversation.
I'd like to use this little break to give a shout out to Abdoul Mall, where we did our public weigh-ins. Absolutely beautiful mall. Again, Abdoul Mall in Amman, Jordan.
Lay here is just, they're prepping the cage for our next fight so the show can keep moving on. It won't be too much longer before we make this one official. It'll be interesting to see what way the judges scored it. You did say, Kieran, potentially the first round, Stephen done enough to avoid a 10-8, but you could say potentially round 2 and 3 could have seen 10-8 rounds. Appreciation of Jordan being shown to Magomedov.
I believe we're going to be looking at a 30-26 score from a majority of the judges.
Plenty of action to come, of course. Our main card is stacked as they can come. We have 3 titles on the line. We will be making history by crowning the first ever super lightweight champion. But let's make this official. Send out to Carlos Kramer.
Great fight. Give it up for both of these warriors who risked it all in the cage. After the 3 rounds, we got the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Ahmed Amir.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, 30-27. So all the judges gave the rounds 10-9.
We're ready for our next fight of the night. Please welcome your first warrior into the cage. From Lebanon, give it up for Georges, the Showman, Bartowil. Welcome his opponent into the brave cage from Amman, Jordan. Put your hands together for the royal fighter, Ali This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 2 losses. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.65 kilograms. Representing TriStar Lebanon and fighting out of Beirut, Lebanon. Put your hands together for Georges, the showman, Badawil! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man, the mixed martial artist, with a professional record of 6 wins and 3 losses. He stands 173 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.45 kilograms. Representing Man 05 and fighting out of Amman, Jordan. Give it up for the royal fighter, Ali Al-Ziyoud. Your referee is Thomas Brunder.
Carlos Kramer, if he doesn't wake you up in the morning, I don't know what will. A man needs to bring out alarm clocks. We've got 2 bantamweights in the division, in the cage. We've got Georges Badawil taking on the hometown boy, Ali Al-Ziyoud. This is an incredible matchup. Phil Campbell, Kieran Jettis were best here. A brave combat. Have 2 elite athletes in the cage right now.
Badawil opens up quick. What I love about these 2 fighters is they are proven finishers. Georges Badawil has finished all of his 6 opponents. Ali Al-Ziyoud has finished 5 and 6. Goes for the spinning heel kick, spectacular.
And with the bantamweights, they're almost like Duracell bunnies. You just wind them up and let them go, and they'll go and have a firefight. Al-Ziyoud closes the distance and gets the body lock. Looking to take it to the bottom. He does.
It's definitely the right move. Badawil seemed to be getting really comfortable there with his striking, so Ali Al-Ziyoud shoots in for the takedown. And let's see what kind of a top game he has.
really get behind their fighters. The atmosphere here at Brave Combat Federation 23 is electric. And Al-Khawazi is in on a choke here.
He does have 4 submissions in his career. This looks deep with the arm and guillotine.
Martyr just trying to roll and get into a better position. Steps into half guard. And now into side control. Al-Khawazi's got to let go of this now. Potential bomb flu choke. Opportunities if he holds on to it.
Al-Khawazi seems like he's trying to get some sort of purchase back with the half guard. But he's in real trouble of burning his arms out here because he looks like he's really going for the choke.
And it's a position where it's almost hard to let go because you were in the advantageous position, and now all of a sudden you're the guy on the bottom. And Bartowell is staying very, very calm in this position. He's just trying to release that grapevine lock that Al-Khawazi had on his leg. Keeps going back to that as well, Phil.
You see, now this is where it's really dangerous, when Bartowell passes into side control. And as you say, if he's aware of it, he needs to scoop his arm around the back of the neck of Al-Khawazi. But Al-Khawazi rightly lets go of the choking arm.
Let's go of it now on Keurig. We've got George Bartowell now on top, looking to go for crucifix. So will Al-Khawazi potentially have burned his arms out and left himself in danger here?
I'm afraid that may be exactly what happened. I believe he was using that arm and guillotine in an attempt to roll, but it was unsuccessful. Now he finds himself on bottom with what I have to imagine are very heavy arms.
Bartowell is looking to use that head pressure to allow him to advance, but good work by Al-Khawazi on the bottom.
Trying to reclaim guard, work for that, grabs that neck again.
Looking for the neck once more. Maybe them arms aren't burned out this time. It's in close guard. A better position. The roar goes up in Jordan.
Oh, this looks tight. He may go for Mounir. He's keeping a hold of that position. We could see him slip the arm in for the likes of the Dars, but he's keeping hold of the dominant position. Thought about a Peruvian necktie momentarily.
Again, that submission attempt now puts him on bottom and Bartowell on top, trying to use the cage to get back to his feet. Gets the back taken. Beautiful work by George Bartowell.
With one hook in.
George a little high. Finger, the toe should not be pushed inside the links of the fence.
A little bit of Taylor Swift here by Al-Khawazi. Shake it off, and he does.
Fantastic defense by Ali Al-Khawazi. And he takes him down!
What kind of a guard does Bartowell have?
Fast-paced, grappling, scramble bouts thus far. You couldn't blame both fighters for taking a moment to catch their breath in the cauldron of noise here in Amman.
George Bartowell has 4 submissions to his name, 3 of them coming inside the very first round. Looks like he may be trying to
trap that right arm and sit in that anchored half-guard position that we've seen on numerous occasions already this evening.
Has the underhook.
And looking for that neck again, Phil. He just seems to be trying to trap the right arm to allow him to get the bicep, sits up, and a big elbow landed on top. That was probably the most significant strike of the fight, but Bartowell reverses again.
And Bartowell dives in on the neck.
Got it. Jumping to guard, standing guard, Paul, and guillotine choke. Doesn't look that tight at the moment. Sitting down, the adjustment made, palm to palm.
Al-Khawazi pops the head right out, finishing the round with some heavy ground and pound in the dominant possession. But watch out for the armbar.
Incredible first round of action here at Brave Combat Federation 23. Fast-paced. high kick that he started the second, and Al-Queezy needs to be careful. Under the retreat, the knee landed almost there. I think it grazed. Didn't land full contact. The smile on the face of Al-Queezy might tell you that. He can't get it into full mount straight away for the Jordanian.
How frenetic is the pace being set by these men? I can barely keep up. Al-Queezy now in the mounted position, landing those short elbows en route to perhaps setting up another submission attempt. No.
Just looking to block the breathing of his opponent.
That's a veteran move.
Frame up off that and land thunderous elbows. Good recovery from full mount into half guard there. Excellent work on the bottom by Barwell.
Excellent work from on top as well. There's been endless reversals and scrambles in this fight. Very impressed to see Al-Queezy slow things down just a little bit.
See Bardwell trying to lock down that leg of Al-Queezy.
He's putting a lot of pressure with the shoulder on the jawline as well there, Phil.
Well, what he's doing there, he's putting the pressure on the jaw, trying to force Bardwell to turn out instead of turning in. Because right now, George Bardwell wants to turn in, get one hip on the mat, and try and reclaim guard and work from there.
There's a lot of pressure leaning down and the shoulder across the jawline, and it is sore. It's more so, I think he's trying to distract, looking for a head and arm triangle potentially here. He needs to get out of that half guard position and get to that side. Bardwell very aware of it and trying to stuff his left arm, his tricep under the head once again to nullify that threat.
He may use this to try and roll Al-Queezy, because Al-Queezy right now, the only base he has is his head, so he can't post an arm out while he's going for that submission.
He abandons it. Good defensive work on the bottom by George Bardwell. You're expecting Al-Queezy just to get position and then rain down shots. The anticipation is even in the crowd for that moment. Goes back to the head position, stuffing the shoulder across the jawline, almost to try and distract his opponent while he unwriggles from his legs, potentially advancing his position to side control.
Big deep breath taken there by Bardwell.
He's smothered on the bottom. Just an intake of breath to restore energy, to maybe try and explode again. Al-Queezy going back to that head and arm triangle attempt.
But you see Bardwell has the underhook now over the body and uses that underhook brilliantly to get it to stand up.
Back to her feet and back down straight away. Again, that body lock. Now it's Bardwell. He reverses full mount. Potentially it is. So now we're going to see what Bardwell can offer from top.
This is a crazy back and forth fight, gentlemen.
Went knee on belly and landed down shots. Big shots from top.
And now we see Bardwell in the dominant position. He may be happy to sit in this half-guard position and land strikes, but right now I think this is energy saving for George Bardwell. I think he's trying to get his wind back a little right now.
Al-Queezy in that quick transition, got the knee shield in there. He'll try to use that to maybe push off and get a better position. Bardwell, yeah, he'd be happy to take a moment here, and he's now returning the favor of putting the shoulder pressed on his opponent. Looking to land heavy elbows.
He may go for the neck here if he chooses to, Bardwell. But great scrambling work from Al-Queezy. Transitions the position, now lands in side control. Gentlemen, we are seeing every conceivable position in mixed martial arts in this fight.
You can see that George is breathing quite heavily now.
George
the gum shield just popping out would be an indicator of that. Just fixing the gum shield, and again it could be Queezy just taking a moment as well. You can't blame them. This is being frenetic from the opening bell.
There's a very, very thin line in this sport between trying to stay on top and trying to finish from top. And what we see here now is Ali Al-Queezy perfectly balancing that. He's staying busy on top, but not so busy that he gets reversed. Very, very, very nice mixed martial arts.
George Bardwell really needs to buck his hips and dive in for that underhook and perhaps roll out of that position. But if he doesn't have the underhook here on his right side, he's going to have difficulties.
Easy looking to go north-south here. But again, round two ends the way round one. across at each other, getting ready to be given the freedom to exchange. Third round is underway, and who wants it, gentlemen?
Ali Al-Qaisi is the more technical fighter. I believe that's going to allow him to better manage the fatigue.
Hardaway is coming out and trying to lead the dance and dictate the tempo here in the third. That head kick was close. Went high with the left head kick. He's done that in the opening stanza of every round so far.
Ali Al-Qaisi says, if you can throw spinning stuff, so can I. Slightly telegraphed with the spinning back fist. Al-Qaisi uses it for the takedown, and then Bardwell ends up in full mount.
Big scramble, and the scramble was won by Bardwell. And what can he do from this position? Potentially 2 rounds down. His corner may have told him that. So he will be going hunting for a finish, and of course he has plenty of finishes on his record.
Just shy with that head kick, catches more the shoulder than it does the head.
Mix it up, go low with the kicks to set the high head kick up. It's almost like Al-Qaisi is expecting the high kick, so give him a different look, give him a different taste, and then go high. Looking for that big home run, left hand as well. Nice step in, right hook, just catches Al-Qaisi as he was backing off.
This beautiful fight is thanks to Yusuf Nasser. Big shout out to the Brave Combat Federation matchmaker, who has once again put together 2 fighters that are entertaining us to the stars.
Oh, big overhand left.
The shots are coming just a little labored, and at the moment it looks like George Bardwell just has more speed and pop in his shots than Al-Qaisi, but Qaisi has the body lock and grip in the center of the cage. Will he go for that outside trip that he's had success with throughout this fight?
He was positioning the body there as if to go. He's angling ever so slightly, so we may see him go for that outside trip. There it is. Big takedown, lands in side control.
That's big. 3 minutes to go in the third round, and that was big, and the crowd knew it. Educated crowd here in Amman, Jordan. Trapping the neck there as well, Phil. What potentially is he working to set up here?
Al-Qaisi doing the right thing if he's looking for the Von Flue choke. We can see he's pressing his shoulder just in against the carotid, and it's one of the most underutilized submissions in that position. But Bardwell doing the right thing by trying to free him with his right hand to create a little bit of distance. I'd like to see him turn onto a hip and try and get his guard back.
The referee just asking for action. This referee loves the bantamweight strong. We've had over 12 minutes of fighting at a frenetic pace, but the referee wants more. And again, head and arm is the setup here. He's on the wrong side. Just look at the fish and get his head under the tricep and then jump across, but Bardwell aware of it. Maybe the crucifix position is there and lands some elbows, really put an exclamation mark on this one.
If he releases the hand that's around the head, grabs the right wrist of George Bardwell, stuffs that between his legs and locks it up, he's taking away a defensive mechanism of George Bardwell, leaving him exposed to elbows and strikes.
Top frame here, is it something we spoke about earlier? Does he need to go for the finish? He's probably thinking, I could be up here, or will he have a little bit of doubt in the back of his head over the scrambles, getting mounted? Does he need to improve and put an exclamation mark in the third and final round?
I think especially being in his hometown of Jordan, he's going to want to put on a show for the fans. So he's got a minute left, and I think he's really going to hunt for the finish.
On the other side, given how many reversals there's been, which we almost just saw one of again, I think he's being wise to settle those hips and throw relatively light shots from top.
He's looking to step across into mount, but Bardwell as well, just to pull that leg and say welcome back to half guard, and he's looking to tie up the neck himself. Is Bardwell here?
What has Bardwell got left in his arms? He's on the wrong side to try and finish it.
Comfortable in that position is Ali Al-Qaisi. Just leaning down. He's got the neck as well of Bardwell looking here. It's almost a guillotine in an awkward position. He's tying it up now, Phil. Switches two. Just the body there is not allowing me to see it. It's almost a dart.
Is Bardwell still there?
He is indeed. It rolls out. 3 incredible fast-paced rounds. The Jordanian thinks he's got it. The Royal Fighter finished each round on top.
judge scores about 30-27. Second judge scores about 30-27. And last judge scores about 29-28 for unanimous decision victory out of the red corner, the Royal Fighter, Ali Al-Ziyoud.
And with that, Jordan gets its first win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to our fifth classic fight of the night. Let's bring our first warrior into the cage. From Canada, by way of Paraguay, give it up for Alex Martinez. gentlemen, let's welcome his opponent into the cage. From Morocco, the Moroccan sensation, Anas Siraj Mounir. Fight of the night is 3 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 5 wins and no losses. He stands 181 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 70.6 kilograms. Representing Championship, Grand Prairie, Alberta, Canada, by way of Paraguay. Give it up for Alex Martinez. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 7 wins and 1 loss. He stands 178 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 70.4 kilograms. Representing Team Noguera Dubai, UAE, and fighting out of Morocco. Give it up for the Moroccan sensation, Anas Siraj Mounir. Your referee is Gert Rishta.
Moving into the lightweight division here at Brave Combat Federation 23. Anas Siraj Mounir taking on Alex Martinez. This promises to be fireworks, gentlemen. A low kick, unfortunately, opening up. Just that inside leg kick is always a danger of landing that shot, and
flush.
And Alex Martinez, you know, he's a stand-up, genuine fighter. He's a good guy. There was no malice shown in that. You saw as soon as he threw that, you know, he was.
There are screams coming from Mounir. I've not actually seen this in MMA before, where a kick lands like that and the fighter is screaming out in pain.
Oh wow!
I would not be shocked, gentlemen, if they stopped this fight.
Alex Martinez is being respectful across the cage. It was unintentional. But Mounir, if we look at this, a touch of gloves, goes for the inside, and right, there's no doubting that that is one of the cleanest line strikes I've ever seen. And
that is devastating. Even look at the face of Alex Martinez right now. He's wearing a grimace himself because he clearly feels so bad about what's happened. Gentlemen, I think that could be the fight called.
I do think that could be the fight called. That was a heavy, heavy strike right on target. The referee has waved it off. Indeed, this fight is over. We now focus on the health of Mounir. Hopefully he is okay. The screams of pain is of great concern. Alex Martinez is very emotional in the cage. Again, purely accidental. This will surely go down, Kirk, as a no contest.
It will indeed. The low kick is going to, because the low kick was in fact not on purpose, fight cannot go on. Not enough time, obviously, has elapsed in order to give some points. This fight's going to be a no contest.
And again, here's the replay one more time. Unfortunately, it doesn't get any cleaner than that. And again, it is unintentional. It's literally the first strike of the fight thrown. Alex Martinez was looking for the inside leg kick, but he landed heavy. It's an illegal strike. We only served about 10 seconds of the bout, so this one will go down as a no contest. The referee is just confirming that, I presume, with our cage side commissioners and officials. He's updating Carlos Kramer again, unintentional. And let's send it up to Carlos Kramer for that information.
I can't hear you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is ruled a no contest due to a non-accidental foul. No contest.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Carlos just made an official there of no contest. It's disappointing both fighters, but so much.
Let's continue this incredible show and bring our next warrior into the brave cage. From Wales, please welcome Aiden James. 1.65 kilograms, representing Reed's Academy and fighting out of Swansea, Wales. Give it up for Aiden James. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man the mixed martial artist with a professional record of 6 wins and 3 losses. He stands 173 centimeters tall and weighs 161.6 kilograms. Representing Gladiator MMA and fighting out of Amman, Jordan. Give it up for the Tornado, Jarrah Al Silawi.
The crowd is stronger. But fighting Jarrah Al Silawi is the Welsh wizard, Aiden James, looking to cast a spell yet again on another hometown fighter. Aiden James' backstory: he pressed on social media trying to get himself a Brave Combat Federation contract. He got that contract. He beat Tommy Martin in Belfast and Franz Malambo in Pakistan. The hometown favorite has a killer in front of him here tonight.
This is a fight for me with serious title implications. Both these men are really kind of hitting the apex of their career right now. But Aiden James hasn't been a pro for a full year and has already amassed 3 victories, 3 stoppage victories.
At the moment, both fighters just having a look at each other and being very respectful of what can come from their opponent. James just got his head off center line from that counter right hand off the kick. Good head movement. Lazzez again just peppering the hand out, almost reaching and feeling for James.
Both these men clearly respectful of one another's abilities. We're in a tentative feeling out process right now.
Nice little quick left head kick, but James just looks to be happy with his distance at the moment. He feels he's out of the reach of Lazzez. That range.
Was that a step and elbow from Jalal?
Back on the replay, opening in between rounds. Crowd getting behind their hometown boy.
Oh, beautiful head kick from Jalal Al-Silawi. No tail on that, just threw it right up and connected.
Starting to fire off his offensive attacks now is the Jordanian, and piston of a right hand coming back in the counter.
Big overhand attempt to head kick from Jalal.
James changes level, but Jarrah beautifully tried to stop it, but James turns the corner.
Aiden James himself, a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Under Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Ash Williams, a veteran of EBI. Head position by the Welshman. He seems to be collecting his thoughts right now, taking position before submission. Needs to be wary of the triangle. Jalal had the wrist there, lets it go.
Right, just had the left arm of Aiden James strap. James just trying to cover the mouth.
Jalal Al-Silawi himself, no slouch from the ground, a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, winning 2 submissions in his professional career.
He's just going to stop it here. Not too sure. He's asking about covering the mouth, saying needs to be careful. It can only be the mouth, not mouth and nose.
He's using the head expertly there. He's not headbutting, but he's using it as another level with which to control Jalal Al-Silawi.
Careful leaving the arms there. You can see Raja potentially just going to change and turn the hips and maybe go high, look for an arm bar or triangle, trying to separate there. James is on him. Close that distance of separation quite quickly, but this will be giving the Welshman confidence here in enemy territory.
Jalal trying to keep those hips active by shrimping out, trying to find something that could be threatening with the triangle. Decides to let it go. James stands up.
Try and push the legs to the side and advance position, but goes back back into the guard. And just restricting the breathing. Good to see he took the instruction of the referee as well, that he won't get a second warning for that. That head position as well, just making life difficult for his opponent on his back. This is a good way of James to silence the home crowd, if you like.
Potential armbar.
Nice work while that happened as well, and a nice elbow thrown on top by James that landed.
He's doing a great job of keeping his hips square with Jarrah Al Silawi. You see, any time Jarrah moves, Aiden's following, keeping the hips square, preventing Jarrah Al Silawi from creating those angles with which to throw up the triangle, to throw up the armbar.
Elbows from the bottom. Might be a little bit of frustration by Dahajan. The referee stands him up. Surprisingly, I thought James was doing enough work there, but back up. He's got to be careful of the kicks. And straight away, Dahajan throws, spins. James was out of there.
Another piston light right hand from Jalal coming in.
It's locked and loaded, and he carries weight behind it. And James spins, but was just out of range. But there's your warning for Aiden James with that right counter. Heavy leg kick to end the first. Win streak, of course, for Dahajan. Aiden James is impressing everybody. 2-0 currently with Brave, and 3-0 as a professional. See, one beer.
Love kick from Willie James, but it's a huge shot. Could he be setting up a triangle of his own?
Look at, he's certainly setting it up, and Dahajan needs to be careful. The brown belt is hunting for a submission.
Good defensive work and good posture from Jalal. We see him sitting back right now on the heels. Adopts combat base. Invites Aiden James back up. I don't think Aiden James wants to eat any more of those right hands.
Careless leg kicks and switches up, goes high. But James was aware of it this time and was out of Dodge City with that one. Switches stance. That could also show you the power of them kicks that are coming down the line from Dahajan.
You can tell Al Silawi just has that right hand primed and ready to go at all occasions. All clash of heads.
Clash of heads, and the cut opens immediately. They got a left hook from Aiden James off that unintentional clash of heads, but has that swung the momentum in this round. Aiden James also has a cut.
Aiden James now adopting the wall. It's a big hand.
In some ways, he's putting so much ferocity into his singular shots that if he doesn't get the finish, he's got to jade himself out and tire himself.
Jalal Al Silawi does appear to be wanting to end the fight with every single shot
mat here.
This is exactly where Aiden James wants to fight. Again, just takes the position before attempting any kind of submission, following the hips of Jarrah Al Silawi. I'd like to see a little bit of posture from Aiden James. The land strikes to present more opportunities, to open up opportunities.
Nice short elbow from the bottom by Jalal. Aiden James, you will be aware the referee stood them up earlier, so the referee will want activity, so I'm sure that is at the front of his mind. And again, just as I say that, the referee asks for more action, so don't be surprised to see a stand up, and James postures up to land shots to maybe keep the referee from breaking them and getting them back to their feet, where Jalal has had the most success.
Aja is so skilled with submissions, I'm worried he may try and be happy to stay in guard, looking for a triangle. He should be putting a foot in the hip, kicking off, and going to standing, where he clearly has an advantage.
Using the butterflies to almost elevate James. James uses that to step across. Good work by the Welshman.
Good use of the knee shield by Jalal Al Silawi.
It was interesting, the clash of heads almost was the swing of momentum in the second round, just as Jalal looked like he was getting momentum on his side.
Aiden James momentarily looked like he was going to attack an ankle.
I thought he might have been going for a toe hold.
Just sitting in reverse scarf at the minute. May look to pass by popping down the leg of Jalal.
Steps across, and he's potentially going to use this to step in the mount. He abandons it as Jalal was aware of it. Jalal looking for a leg as himself. Gets punished with a short left hand, and Aiden James landing shots from top.
2-on-1 for Jalal on the wrist. Good work from Aiden James just to get the knee on the bicep to break that grip.
And each time that Alda Hajjah goes for the break, Aiden James, the separation, he closes that door, or slams shut and closes that space.
May look to land a knee here.
There we go.
Excellent work to get back to his feet. We're back in a firefight, and what has he got in them arms? They might be coming a little slower after the grappling exchange. Might have been the plan of James.
I would like to see James keep his lead jabbing hand a little bit higher. He's inviting.
Big sprawl, and he's in on a guillotine here.
Aiden James doing the right thing by standing up and using a tripod base to defend.
Just coming up to 20 seconds of the second round here, and James's head pops out, and he's in top position in the guard yet again. Alda Hajjah is going to spend the end of this round on his back. Potentially, it could be 2 rounds in the hole, and we'll need to pull it out here in the third round. Gum shield's not there. Referee giving a stern warning to Jalal. Wasn't his fault. Corner team didn't put it back in, ref. There's a little bit of moisture on the canvas. You can just see Jalal was trying to dry his feet off. Firing that right piston hand. James was aware of it.
It's almost as if Aiden James is going to invite Jalal on and then use that momentum to secure a takedown of his own.
I think that's exactly what's going on. I think Jalal Al Silawi knows he has to finish this round. Luckily, he throws every shot with the intention of finishing. That's very easy advice for him to take.
Nice counter there by James. Got the head off center line. Nice weave and then came back with a counter. Excellent work. Staying calm amongst the madness is Aidan James. And this is what, Phil, you said. In 1 year, he's had 3 fights. X is more impressive how calm he is. A beautiful right left hook, and that's going to be it. Heavy pound and pound. Aidan James has turned off the lights and silenced Amman Jordan. That was a stunning left hand, stunning counter. He had just thrown it moments beforehand, and he turns off the lights. Aidan James has put himself in title contention.
Jose Shorty Torres makes his long-awaited, his long-anticipated Brave Combat Federation debut. This is a young man with incredible pedigree. 8-1 as a professional, a 2014 IMAF World Champion, a 2015 IMAF World Champion, an amateur record of 25-1, a 2-time Division II NCAA All-American.
My name is Jose Shorty Torres. I represent the Gym Combat Dough American Top Team, and I also represent Team USA. Well, it's technically 2 training camps because we had to postpone it. I was supposed to fight in the Philippines, but that ended up being prolonged, now fighting in Jordan. You know, it's 2 camps. I was at Rufus Sport with American Top Team's Dean Thomas. I had 8 weeks out there and then an extra 6 weeks down at American Top Team with Dean Thomas. Now I have my coach here, Master Bob Shermer, and it's going to be one hell of a fight. I don't really know much about my opponent besides that he's a very good grappler and 11-0 Bellator veteran, 26 years old, very, very hungry. From what I'm hearing this week, also very cocky. You know, I'm hoping he does what he wants to do and he is the best Amir Albazi he is, because that he's going to be facing the best Jose Shorty Torres out there.
A young man who has been racking up bodies on the British MMA scene and racked up an 11-0 professional record, 10 wins by way of finish.
My name is Amir Albazi, and I represent Iraq and fighting out of London Shoot Fighters. My camp has been going great. I was supposed to fight Shorty Torres on 16th of March. So the extra 4 weeks, I've just been sharpening my tools, and I'm gonna be ready on Friday. Get ready for war, because I am.
This is not an easy fight for either man and has real
title implications in our newly minted flyweight division. I cannot wait for this fight. It's going to be crazy.
To the brave cage from the USA. Give it up for Jose Shorty Torres. Ladies and gentlemen, your seventh bout of the evening. This officially starts your Brave Combat Federation main card. This is 3 5-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Introducing your first warrior, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 11 wins and no losses. He stands 166 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 57.15 kilograms. Representing London Shoot Fighters out of London, England, and fighting out of Iraq. Give it up for the Prince Amir. martial artist with a professional record of 8 wins and 1 loss. He stands 162.5 centimeters tall and weighs already 57 kilograms. Representing Combat Dome and KHK MMA Bahrain, as well as American Top Team. Give it up for Jose Shorty Torres! Your referee is Gert Richter.
This is the main card, and gentlemen, an incredible way to open one of the most eagerly anticipated brave debuts. The second attempt is Jose Shorty Torres taking on the undefeated, the Prince, Amir Albazi. Albazi is in the black trunks, Shorty's in the white trunks. Expect both fighters to come forward trying to take each other out.
What I love about this fight is it's not a gimmick. Shorty Torres, he's facing a very difficult mixed martial artist with an undefeated record of 11-0 with 10 finishes.
He has fought on the big stage before, so he will not be affected by this. Interesting to see Jose Shorty's mind frame after everything he's been through. Fairly catching up as with a short right hand there.
Chooses not to follow up with body strikes. I think he's comfortable on the feet.
He's catching right hand, and it's Torres who's pushing the pace and trying to walk Albazi down. Nice stiff jab by Albazi.
Angles that Shorty's cutting. He's just following Albazi, cutting off the cage, forcing him to have his back against the cage.
Torres is getting caught as he's coming in as well, but he's happy to take one, to land one. Nice inside uppercut, but a 1-2 combination by Shorty Torres in response.
Top right hands there for him every time as a reply, isn't it?
Albazi just circles away to his right. Telegraph spin, he checked it, maybe just feint it. Big Torres think about it. Trying to work behind the jab now is Albazi. The first battle was who will be controlling the center, and so far it's Torres who's trying to walk down.
Slips the jab beautifully there.
His head moving that time by Torres. For flyweights, both fighters have a serious amount of stoppages on their resume, and that's something that they talked about in flyweights, is the rate of finishing. Both these men possess incredible knockout power and submission, and Torres is really trying to walk down his opponent here so far, Kirk, and he's doing a great job of it.
This is exactly why Brave Combat Federation picked up Shorty Torres when he was literally the most sought-after free agent in this sport.
I'm starting to ask the question, Phil, about on that. Just as I say, there's a beautiful left hook landed by Shorty Torres about where his mind frame is at. If the first 2 minutes of this fight show us his mind frame's in the right place.
Oh, 100%. He looks so calm. He's landing the shots. That's the fight. He'll come up and scramble, try and dive on the opponent. But he realizes he's winning his striking positions. So why not keep it in the belt in which he is comfortable in the fight?
Beautiful overhand right, just caught Shorty Torres behind the ear. Wore it well, but that'll give Albazi a little bit of confidence. Bring the fight to Torres. Albazi, he's fought some of the best fighters. He fights in the UK, Irish regional scene. Shorty turns it though. Ends up in top position. Nice shot. Sharp elbows by Shorty Torres. The point that we're starting to make with Albazi is fighting in the UK region. There's no padding in a career, so to get to 11-0, you are a legitimate mixed martial artist. But this is a step up in opponent taking on Shorty Torres, of course, two-time IMAF world champion, former Titan two-time champion as well. Interesting stand-up there. Judging by the face Phil just gave me as that got stood up.
The referee really does not like what he was saying. I thought both men were going to work. I will let it be.
The referee just enjoying the stand-up. Albazi looking for that lead uppercut there. That constant pressure, Torres just putting it constantly on Albazi, trying to break his will by constantly being in his face, and beautiful footwork. He's not chasing his opponent, cutting him off. is Jose Shorty Torres.
What it does brilliantly is it doesn't allow Albazi time to reset, recalibrate, and shake off a little bit. If Shorty Torres is constantly there, throwing punches, throwing strikes, it completely messes with the cadence and flow of Albazi.
Happy to stay in boxing range, and again, it's the footwork, beautiful work. Albazi's some success again, but I'm loving the footwork of Torres, the way he's putting the cage off. A lot of fighters tend to follow their opponent. And he's beautifully cutting it off. And there again, good footwork on the opposite side by Albazi as well. Carrying his
Indeed, Albazi does not have the wrestling to take down Shorty, so he's doing the one thing that's left to him, which is a lot of circular motion, trying to set up huge shots of his own.
Torres has looked at the CV of Albazi as well. Might want to use his wrestling, 6 submissions on that record, so he knows he's dangerous down there. Confidence from that, although he was countered on some strikes, he now tasted it. Worth noting, gentlemen, Albazi predicted a second round finish.
As we go into the second round, that's going to be an interesting little wrinkle.
Torres comes out quite relaxed. Albazi moves fast to the center of the cage,
turning up the heat a little bit now is Albazi.
And you can see the reddening around both eyes as well of Torres, so that'll indicate the shots are being landed. Very calm though, Torres just has that right hand triggered. Good takedown! Again, the wizard. An excellent.
Actually heard the crack of that elbows.
Exchange of elbows. Albazi now has Torres up against the cage. He'll be confident where he is now. Leading his mass, making Torres carry that weight briefly. Expect a change of levels, maybe drop down for a single. Look at the thighs and knees. Referee just warning about grabbing the cage. Old-fashioned foot stomps. Another foot stomp.
Break there from Albazi.
It's almost away. Counter strike by Amir Albazi that shook Shorty Torres to his core. Makes the adjustments there. Stand Torres up. Just got a point as well here, gentlemen, where Torres to try and break this. Fishes under the neck. Albazi. Torres happy to push it up. Halfway through the second round, and Amir Albazi may have had some confidence from the first round, but he certainly will be full of confidence here after the start of the second. Torres staying very calm in this position.
Albazi has a triple threat going on. He's also threatening the broomstick takedown. If he pops off the back, I'm sure Shorty's aware of it.
Torres with some shots to try and let Torres cover up and give an opportunity for that neck, and he's cranking across the jaw. Again, it's more uncomfortable than the fight ending. Albazi certainly showing that he belongs in there and on this stage. Big title implications in this one as well, Phil Campbell. Potentially you could say the winner of this could get a title shot for that vacant flyweight title.
It's a real opportunity to spot your authority in the division. Shorty, of course, being a former flyweight champion himself in other promotions, he's really good at it. Come and look at Amman, he's one of the best flyweights in the world.
Starting to slide down the back of Torres. Torres trying to peel him off. Got to watch the neck. Good adjustments by Amir Albazi. Prince. Like a backpack on the side of Torres and landing elbows as well.
You have to wonder how much is this taking out of the legs of Albazi.
Sharp elbows in this. You have to say good defense thus far, Kieran, from Shorty Torres in this position.
Excellent defense from Shorty, but he's badly losing this round.
Potentially, you could be looking at another play for a fight going into the third round, John.
Coming up on 40 seconds to go in round number 2, and we're in this position at 2.5 to 3 minutes. I like this work. He's sort of hanging off to the side, trying to throw elbows. Try and take that opportunity. Imagine the neck of the belly is going to get tight. Sharp squeeze.
Relatively fresh.
Going to see a third round. The big second round for the underdog in the Prince. That second round, third round underway, gentlemen. I think we will see Torres